You are listening to the Dudes Beer Talk Podcast, a deeper look into the psyches of dudes who have opinions on stuff and things. And they also like beer. Dudes Beer Talk.
Oh, thank God.
I know, dude.
Oh my God, it finally came. It finally happened.
Your period?
I'm finally a woman. Like, oh my God, my whole life, finally a woman.
I was really worried that you were pregnant, dude.
Hey man, don't be making fun of my mangina and shit, you know what I'm saying?
No.
All right, that'd be fighting words. Hey, what time is it, man?
It's time for Dudes
Beer
Talk.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Scott.
I'm on the left.
I'm on always right. Everywhere, all the time, I'm right.
No, I'm on the left, but I'm always right.
Yeah, whatever.
Nah,
so
that's
here's
right.
the thing. We're 3.5 beers in right now. It's one of those episodes.
And after this, we're going to have a glorious glass of scotch.
Yeah,
on
sure.
the rocks.
But welcome to Dudes Beer Talk. It's episode frickin' 5.
Where it's all about you, baby, because you're all that matters. You, your enlightenment, your beauty, your love, your joy, all that fun shit. That's what it's all about. And you're not going to be the same after this episode. You're going to be a new person. You're going to be a new man. You're going to be a new woman. You're going to be a new woman. You're going to be a woman. I mean, it's just like things are just going to come together for you. You're going to lose weight. You're going to be rich. You're going to lose years. You're going to get younger and be fucking alive and be fucking beautiful.
Your tits are going to get perky again.
Your tits are going to stop sagging. They're going to be like magic all whoa, and no surgery or nothing.
Before we get carried away.
We never get carried away, dude.
Tell us who we have behind the camera.
Oh, all right. So this evening we have a brand new producer, video woman type being. So we met this girl. Was it Los Angeles?
I think so.
I think it was in Los Angeles. I know we were drinking a lot.
Yeah.
So we were in Los Angeles the other night because I don't know if you guys realize this, because we used to just be your average Silicon Valley people, but after doing this Dudes Beer Talk thing, we're now rich and famous.
Totally.
And so
You've probably heard of us everywhere.
We're like schmoozing with all these rich people. You know, we actually met Tom Petty right before he died.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I was hanging with Johnny Depp the other day.
Didn't you do some blow with Tom Petty before he died?
It's a little bit of blow. A little bit of blow.
All right,
just a little bit of blow. Tom Petty, baby, yeah. Me and Johnny
Rip,
Depp
brother.
were hanging out. We're chilling. I'm talking about, I'm telling him this. I was giving him some pointers on how to do some acting. And
Were you also giving him pointers how to beat his woman without freaking getting caught?
We'll save that for another episode. But anyway, so we're hanging out, schmoozing with all these stars, and realizing that, oh my God, Kevin and Scott, we worship you. You're all yeah. So anyway, we meet this gal, Moya. So Moya's like, she's close to like 7 feet tall. Mm-hmm. Like really, really, really tall woman, slender, not like maybe like 2% body fat on her whole body, and she's 25 years old, 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
Gorgeous, stunning, green eyes, kind of purple. A little bit of purple twinge in her green eyes.
Yeah.
And she has 3 PhDs. Three PhDs. And she's actually...
Doctor.
She's Dr. Moya. And she actually was a major producer behind the scenes for Game of Thrones. She's actually the major producer for Game of Thrones. But she refused to have her name put on there because she's so humble.
So humble.
So incredibly humble. Yeah. And so anyway, we were doing a bunch of blow with Tom Petty. And just a little bit of meth with Johnny Depp. And anyway, we woke up in this hotel room, and to this day I don't know who the fuck rented this goddamn hotel room. But I woke up and all I had on was a towel, and there were some weird smells in the room. And anyway, so it's kind of the same thing happened with Moya and
But
Scott.
he's also forgetting there were some weird smells in the towel, and there were also barnyard animals.
Barnyard animals, that was the best part. But anyway, so Moya, Scott, and I got real close over the last 72 hours. And so Moya is now our main producer.
Yeah.
Yay, Moya, yay!
You know what I find funny, though? So we've had, 4 producers so far this year, and they've all been named Moya.
Shh! They can't know the secret.
That's true.
They can't know the secret.
It's like, that's
It's
Spinal
a coincidence.
Tap. This is like Spinal Tap.
Where the drummer exploded.
We get a new producer every time, and she dies every time.
You can't really dust for vomit. You can't really dust for vomit. Yeah.
So you can't dust for vomit.
Can't dust for vomit. So I guess I'm introducing the alcoholic beverages.
What are we drinking tonight?
Okay, so this evening we're drinking a hazelnut brown nectar.
From
So
what brewery?
Rogue.
Rogue.
And it's from Oregon.
It's from Newport, Oregon. Now here's the thing. Rogue we've had before, actually. Rogue has a lot of good beers.
Yeah, okay,
really like them.
We haven't tried the Hazelnut Brown Nectar
We've never
yet.
tried the Hazelnut Brown Nectar, so why don't we crack this open and see what's up.
And Newport, Oregon, by the way, is a gorgeous town, very artistic
beautiful.
community, right off the ocean there. It's fucking
And by the way, we're toasty already because we've already had 3.5 beers. So we're going to try this. Cheers.
Cheers!
Hazelnut Brown Nectar. Dude, I fucking love this. Okay. It's like drinking Nutella.
This is so good. I've actually never tasted a beer that tasted quite like this before. It is so very, it's so very hazelnut. It is so, that's amazing. I actually don't know how they managed to make that flavor in a beer. I've never tasted anything quite like this.
No, and here's the thing.
This is very good.
We're both a bunch of dark beer drinkers. We love dark beer.
Absolutely. Love dark beer.
This kind of beer could get us to like switch.
It's like change your religion.
Rogue Hazelnut Brown Nectar.
It's like that guy's so hot I can
beautiful.
actually go gay. I'm on the left, he's on the right. This is very, very good.
Yeah.
Hats off, Rogue. This is an amazing beer. I've tried a lot of beers. We're becoming more and more beer connoisseurs in life.
Yes.
I have never tasted a beer that
Well, that means
tastes
we have to
like
drink our
this.
beers like this.
Piggy's out. Cheers.
Thank you, Rogue. We love it. It's beautiful.
We love you, Rogue. All right, so what the fuck are we talking about tonight?
So usually we talk about topics ahead of time before we kick off an episode, but sometimes I like to be like sneaky and secret squirrel-like with Kevin, where it's like, why don't we talk about something that you aren't familiar with, or you don't know what we're going to talk about and can't prepare?
Right, yeah, so I don't know what the fuck he's going to say.
Not like we prepare anyway. So tonight, what I would like to talk about...
Are you surprised?
Right. What I would like to talk about is... What are your thoughts about the singularity, Kevin?
Yeah, singularity is like a black hole. You know, he's like you got so much mass, it compresses and it stops the laws of physics actually come to a screeching halt. So if you actually approach a black hole, you could actually become infinitely stretched out.
Wait a minute. Wait. That's racist. That is African American hole. Now let's get out of here. That is not what a singularity is, you fucker.
And what do you have against African American hole?
Nothing, but that is not a singularity. By singularity, in the Silicon Valley, we mean the point at which... the point at which artificial intelligence surpasses the intelligence of the human race. Feel better?
I feel groovy, baby. Okay, so at the point where so now I'm a little bit of a science fiction noid, even to the point of reading the books, and like so there are a lot of because a lot of the movies are actually pretty cheesy. There's some really good science fiction books out there.
Yeah.
Ringworld,
Ringworld,
Star Tide Rising, and actually Dune, the Dune series, like that movie Dune that had Sting in it, actually sucks. The book is great. If you can get to the 5th book, the God Emperor of Dune. Oh my God, great book. So when you're talking about the human race actually creating an artificial intelligence more intelligent than human beings, I actually think that that's inevitable.
Really?
I think that's totally inevitable. Humanity, well, all of nature is there's like one basic pattern of nature, and humanity is only copying this pattern. So, just for an example, you're driving down the freeway, right? Have you ever noticed that it's very, very similar to the veins and arteries within life?
Yes, absolutely.
You know, it's everything that we're doing is it's a reflection of that same pattern, and the creation of intelligence. That is you know I think it's inevitable that we are going to create something that is more intelligent than what we are, and that might even actually be our purpose. Who knows? You know, like the Cylons of Battlestar Galactica, where
was it Maximilian,
the original Cylons were an alien species created an intelligent robotic slave race that became more intelligent than them, and they wiped them out, and then the Cylons were actually this robotic race. So I actually think that that's inevitable that we're going to do that. Now, what we do with that is another topic altogether. But just with the way the internet. You know, I mean, there's this thing that the Native Americans, certain tribes, the Hopi, talk about the web of life. And the web of life is a web of intelligence, it's a web of consciousness, it's a web of love, it's a web of ideas. And here's humanity with the World Wide Web, where we're becoming more and more a species where the ideas of the individual can literally be shared instantaneously with the minds of everybody on the planet. So I mean, it's just something where we are expressions of life. And so the pattern of life is all that we will ever be. So I think it's inevitable that we create something more intelligent than ourselves.
But it's kind of scary, though. You think about it.
Horrifying.
You know, I think recently, I don't know if it was Facebook, who was it that was experimenting in artificial intelligence and came up with a couple of computers that were designed to execute specific tasks. Beer, good beer. But these computers were designed to execute specific tasks autonomously. So basically, they were doing this, but as they were doing this, they started incorporating their own approach to language. And they started developing their own language within the English language to give instructions back and forth to make it easier for them to basically tell each other what they wanted.
So basically what you're telling me, Scott, is that these programs, these programs within a computer actually developed a language on their own that was more efficient than anything that they had originally been given in their design.
Oh yeah,
more efficient for what they were programmed to do.
And I think that spooked the creators, who then shut that shit down pretty quick.
See, I think it's inevitable. I think what they just did is they started expressing a reflection of life, a reflection of the true nature of the universe of life, and it scared the living shit out of them because it's beyond what they understand. They are in fear that they'll be able to control it, or rather that they will not be able to control it, and of course they will not be able to control it.
Right. And then there are people out there.
That expression was inevitable.
There are brilliant people out there. Elon Musk, I think, is one of them, who's the founder of Tesla, who seems to be coming out as a very, very anti-artificial intelligence type guy. It's pretty interesting because I think he knows, better than most people. Here's what the potential is here, and here's what we have to worry about. I think that there's this interesting vision of what artificial intelligence could be as an augment to the human race, and that we can basically give it to a lot of our menial tasks to do and our sort of interesting stuff, and we can actually focus on
build
other
slaves.
Things. Yeah. But all the while, this fucking artificial intelligence is making its own language. It's making its own porn, and it's able.
Whoa! Time out.
Oh, wait, sorry. Back that up. That's not.
Making its own porn. Now that's awesome.
Could you imagine that?
Cheers.
Cheers, I guess.
Cheers. Robotic porn. I gotta take a drink to that.
But what does that look like? 100 100 100 0 0 1 0
Oh, that's so sexy. Your ones and zeros. But something that I wonder about. Now, I don't necessarily believe this, but for science fiction nerds like me, Star Trek. Okay, so
fuck the king.
Fuck the king. I'm gonna kill the queen. Rock. Arya Stark fucking rules. I know. So anyway, as a science fiction nerd, I have to say the first time I ever saw a Bluetooth.
Bluetooth.
A Bluetooth. When you put it in your ear.
Do you search for things on the Google?
On the Google. On das Google, baby.
Das Google.
Das Google. Yeah. As soon as I said, I said, holy shit. The human race will become the Borg Collective. Now, for those of you who aren't nerded up, if you're not nerded up, get fucking nerded up, dude.
Get fucking nerded up.
The Borg are a cybernetic species that in Star Trek kind of goes around the universe conquering everything and assimilating into the Borg Collective. But anyway, what they do is they have electronic devices in their body.
Yeah.
And so they actually can communicate telepathically.
Yes, as a collective.
And so they are part biological and they are part synthetic. And I'm curious, this is kind of a theorem, hypothesis of mine, that maybe that's where humanity is going in all of this, is that maybe we will turn ourselves into a cybernetic organism that can actually be a spacefaring race, live for thousands of years, and communicate telepathically, and things of this particular nature.
Well, with that being said, I think that that's a really interesting thing to drink more beer on.
Beer. See what beer does? See what beer does?
Well, people, we could dive into this topic a lot further, but for right now, I think that
Rogue.
we've been Dude's Beer Talk.
And hazelnut brown ale.
Rogue.
Rogue.
All right. And you've been good.
And we're good. Late.
Bye. This has been a presentation of the Dudes Beers Talk podcast. The views expressed by the host may not actually reflect the views of the hosts or anyone who has any legal authority or actual money to afford a lawsuit. So chill the hell out. After all, there was beer involved.